All right, so this weekend is my Ironman distance attempt. On Friday night after I finish work, I'm going to try to hop in the water as soon as I can and do 3.8 kilometer swim. And then Saturday morning, I'm gonna wake up, hopefully be on the road by about 5:30 in the morning and do 180 kilometers around Windsor-Essex County. So it's kind of cool. It's a whole big loop and I get to tour everything. And then on Sunday, I'm going to do the Bridge to Bridge challenge. So it's running from the Ambassador Bridge, which is the bridge between Canada and the US. And I'm gonna run all the way to a little town called Bell River near me and just over that bridge. And I'm also gonna add another 10K because that challenge is only about 32K. So I'm super excited, super apprehensive, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm just getting together my electrolytes right now, my UCAN branded one, and I'm just gonna prepare my body, make sure I'm hydrated, and make sure I get some good carbs in me tonight. Wish me luck, guys. All right, guys, today is Ironman weekend start. I'm starting out with my 3.89K swim. So right now I have my chocolate protein UCAN. So it's this little guy right here. This one has the super starch as well as protein. And shockingly, it is the only thing my stomach can tolerate when I open water swim. Somehow, I don't get in the pool, but when I open water swim, I get a cramp in my diaphragm. And that really hinders my swimming as well as my breathing. And I definitely noticed that bringing down my performance. But since I started having this, which by the way, I was very iffy to try for my swim. I usually like going in with nothing. I felt great. Don't get the cramps anymore, and my performance obviously has gone up because I have that fuel and nutrition in me. So wish me luck, guys. It is the start of my Ironman weekend. Cheers! Part 1 of 3 of my Ironman distance this weekend is done. I swam just short of 4 kilometers in the water after my work shift. And shockingly, it was probably the best swim I've had all season. I'm very pleased with kind of where things how they came together, even though I haven't swam pretty much at all since COVID started because all our pools are closed and they still remain closed. So tomorrow morning I'm waking up bright and early doing my 180 kilometer bike ride, and I'll walk you guys through my nutrition. But today so far it's going really well and I couldn't be more happy and I feel great. I have my UCAN Super Starch. Orange is my favorite, but I also have one that is the cranberry raz. That one is also packed to come with me on my bike, so I keep 2 packets of either of those in my bike pocket so that I can make sure I have something on the go as well, because for 6 hours you can't just have 4 bottles, which is what my bike fits. I also have my fruit chews, the standard. These keep me going. I have 2 bananas for my bag, and then I have 1 bottle that's filled with the UCAN Hydrate as well as a little bit of caffeine supplement that I added in there and some water, and that one really gives me kind of that extra boost. I usually have it at my halfway point. So wish me luck, guys. It's time for 180K. So we just finished up 180K on the bike. I had a few really good friends that came out with me and either rode a part of the way, or one person, thank you Merrick, rode the whole way with me. I couldn't ask for a better day on the bike. I felt fantastic out there. I was averaging 31 kilometers per hour overall, but there were a lot of segments that I had about 34 to 36 kilometers an hour that I was hitting. Pulled 95% of the way with people that came up with me. I ended up getting behind if we were taking a sip of water, grabbing some nutrition. So I got in the draft for a couple minutes, but other than that, my bike couldn't have been better. So right now, guys, I'm headed out for my run. I have my UCAN chocolate protein. I usually can't digest anything before I go run, so this has been my saving grace all along because it's super starch as well as some protein to help keep me going the whole time. During my run, I also have my second bottle of my UCAN Tropical Orange, and I will carry a pack along with me as well with that. I have my fruit chews. These are my saving grace. I absolutely love them, and they're kind of, you know, the treat that I look forward to when I go out. I have my banana, as always, that I need. Cut it in half, and I have half at the start of the run and half after. And then I have my UCAN Hydrate as well. This is kind of like my emergency pack. I don't always use them, but they always come along with me in my pockets or in my bag, just in case I need to refuel. All right, wish me luck, guys.
All right, so I'm finally done my Ironman distance event, and honestly, I'm pretty proud overall with how everything went. My swim, I PB'd on that. My bike, I felt like I was absolutely flying. I'm so happy with my bike, I can't even explain it. And my run, I couldn't believe that I did not bonk and I did not cramp at all during my run. I've never experienced that before, even in a half Ironman. So I'm going in next season feeling quite confident that not only can I do the distance, but now I feel like I have my nutrition pretty well dialed in. Obviously, there's always going to be some more room for improvement and a little bit of changes and really hard training block, but I'm confident thanks to the support of Evan and Matt from UCAN and Smart Performance Nutrition that I was well fueled and well prepared for my race.
Hi guys, I'm Joel. I'm Kat's husband. I'm an exercise physiologist, I'm a sport nutrition researcher, and I'm a strength and conditioning coach. And she asked me to give her a hand with her diet and nutrition during this Ironman challenge weekend. We had 3 main goals for Kat in terms of her nutrition. The first was to keep carbohydrate levels topped up. The second was to make sure her fluid levels and electrolyte levels stayed stable. And the third was to get protein in between her exercise bouts in order to recover as much as possible before the next one. So to achieve that first goal of getting her carbohydrates up, firstly, before and after her exercise bouts, she was eating a lot of carbohydrate-rich foods, sweet potatoes, rice, bread. And then during the event itself, we had some supplements kindly provided by UCAN, and we were aiming to get in around 50 grams of carbohydrates per hour. So for example, for her bike, that's around 300 grams of nutrition that she was getting in from these supplements. Secondly, we needed to keep her fluid and electrolyte levels up. As you all know, when you exercise, you sweat, and you lose some of these electrolytes through your sweat. So not only did the UCAN have this super starch and carbohydrates to give her energy, they also had potassium and sodium, which are the 2 main electrolytes that are lost. So she was drinking the fluids, getting the electrolytes, the carbohydrates, so everything that's going to help optimize performance. And finally, we were trying to keep her protein levels relatively high in between exercise bouts. Protein is the nutrient really that helps with the repair and the rebuilding of muscle tissue. So because we had around 12 hours in between exercise bouts, by getting protein in, we were ensuring that she was as recovered as possible by the time she was starting up the next one. Overall, the weekend was a really positive experience. We learned a lot in regards to Katrine's nutrition and what works for her stomach and what doesn't. I think next time we're going to try and increase her carbohydrates on the run a little bit. She averaged around 33 grams per hour, and like I said, we were aiming for 50. The run can be a little bit more difficult just because the stomach's jiggling around and becomes a bit more unsettled. But next time, if we can bump that up just a little bit, we might be able to help prevent the crashing that usually occurs at the end of the run. And I just want to finish by saying another big thank you to UCAN for providing the product. They're a really great company, and if you are looking for a nutrition supplement that's got plenty of carbohydrates in, that isn't so heavy on the stomach, maybe give them a try.
Thank you guys for following my journey. I hope this was beneficial, and I hope you learned a little bit of how Ironman nutrition should look. And I'll see you all next season in Lake Placid 2021. Thank you for everything.